What's up, everybody? What's going on, my On the Swivel fam? You got me today. Episode 141. Scott Michael Talk. DJ Infinite Rock, who will be back on the next episode. So I got you guys here with me on Thanksgiving. We got a bunch of Thanksgiving games. We got Black Friday rivalry games in the college football area. So I'm going to touch on all that. Not just tomorrow, Black Friday, but the whole weekend. You already know what time it is. Anybody that watches in the South, Iron Bowl weekend. That's all needs to be said. Anybody that live in the South, especially here in Georgia, especially me being in Columbus, right across the bridge, Alabama. Oh, the bar is it's gonna be lit on Saturday. I already know that. So one thing we talk about, we did it last year, and me and DJ Infinite Rock. Tell us your favorite Thanksgiving meal. And then send us in our inbox, DM us, send us your plates. We want to see it because we're going to repost it and say, hey, our On the Swivel fam, they dropped the plates. We want to see what you guys like. The honey ham, the turkey, the green beans and collards, or candied yams, stuffing, mac and cheese, whatever your favorite dessert is. We do want to see that stuff from you guys. We will post it. And if you post a skimpy ass plate, trust and believe we're gonna clown it. We did it last year. Somebody sent a little look like a kid's meal, something on a styrofoam. Like, come on, my man. Yo, I hope you with that little plate, you had to go back to thirds and fourths with that little plate. But definitely, man, send us the plate, man. On the Swivel podcast on Thanksgiving. Right now, the game is, I'm watching Green Bay versus Detroit Lions. It's 3-0. Got a little glare on my screen. I think it's still late first quarter. So just to talk about this game a little bit, Green Bay obviously has come off a division win against the Vikes on last Sunday. Jordan Love, he really didn't have the best game. He only threw for $139 in the air. Emmanuel Wilson, he was their whole offense on Sunday. He had 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shouts out to Wilson, Emmanuel Wilson. He's from my alma mater, the Fort Valley State University, Wildcat Nation, Wildcat Country. So he represent Fort Valley State. So shout out to my boy, Emmanuel Wilson. Man, hey, he was toting that thing, dog. He was toting that thing. They got to it's like the Green Bay offense just never been the same since Kraft tore his knee off the bone. I don't know, Jordan Love, today, matter of fact, to stay current, they had a play where they had some out routes. It was a 2-man route. And when he scrambled to his right. He had an open guy right up the right sideline. He missed him. Threw it too low. Threw it at the receiver's feet. So right now the game should be 7-0 instead of 3-0 because they had to settle for a field goal. So, yo, dude, you weren't active on a field return. That's crazy. But the point being, I was just reading the comment. So they should have had 7 instead of 0. So what you got here? Kittle or Kelsey? Well, Kelsey has the better numbers overall, better career numbers. But for who I need right now, I need George Kittle. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a 49ers fan. I'm just going by youth. I'm going by who can still move. Great in the running game with the blocking. We just saw that last Monday because CMC went crazy because Brock Purdy was throwing picks all over the place. So definitely Kittle's in the pass game, in the run game right now. Yeah, for sure. But let me get into this real quick. Detroit right now, they're down 3-0. They're at home today. Gibbs had that big game on Sunday. Man, he ran for over 200 yards. So both teams right now trying to catch the Chicago Bears. Green Bay right now is 7-3-1. Detroit is 7-4. So they right there. So even whoever loses today is not like curtains for them, but they have to stay pat right now. The staff have to stay pat. Caleb Williams every week, he just finding a way to get it done. All right, we gotta play right now. Jordan Love dropping back, rolling to his right in trouble. Incomplete. I think he was going to Romeo Dobbs. Was that Watson or Dobbs? And Amon-Ra St. Brown on the last Detroit series, he got his leg rolled under. He was blocking. And they sent him to the tent. Oh boy, Detroit gonna need him. Oh boy, they're gonna need him. I hope he's just kind of shaking up. Hell, you know how they do in the NFL, bro. They'll put that needle in your knee. Yo, you're gonna all right, shotgun, dropping back. Okay, 3rd and 2. All right, cool. Man, it is a glare on my TV screen. Okay, 3rd and 3, 250, 3rd and 3, 259 left in the first quarter. All right, cool. All right, so me personally, I am rooting for the Lions to win this game, but like I said before, it's not curtains for either team. They just have to stand pat. It's like the records is just so close in the NFC North right now. Next game, Cowboys versus Kansas City. I know a lot of people looking forward to that game. Just had my guy in the comment just asked me a Kelsey versus Kittle question. Both teams for real today is a must win. Chiefs are at 6-5. I've never seen the Chiefs right now in the Mahomes era be in this spot, be in this predicament to be 6-5 going into December. We all know from Thanksgiving Day on out, this is it. This is where the money, all the chips push to the table. The bad teams, the teams that not look. I hope you went ahead, you made your trip, you planned your trip to Tahiti, Bora Bora. I don't give a damn you going to Cancun. Yeah, go ahead, get your last few weeks of paychecks. You're up out of there. Now, everybody else is very crucial because everybody else, they're fighting for playoff seeding. Of course, we have the Patriots. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC. So right now, you got them. You got Denver in the West. We're going to just stick with the West. We got Denver in the West. And Kansas City, they cannot afford to fall further back because they have them ahead of them. They have Chargers. So now you're getting into the nitty gritty of everything. Now you're fighting for your playoff seeding because they are really on the outside looking in. And obviously had the big win against the Colts last week. They committed to the run with Hunt, who had, I think, 30 carries last week. Rashee Rice came up huge for Kansas City in that offense. All the big catches were made by him. But here's the thing. What I was saying, I just never seen Kansas City behave like this. Mahomes keep missing throws. I don't know what's going on with Pat. I don't know what it is. Me and I-Rock, we always joke about the bunny magic. I'm sorry, it was a play. But we always joke about the bunny magic. Maybe it's biting him in the ass finally. I don't know. My man, he missed, I think it was a play last Sunday against the Colts. He missed Hollywood Brown. He missed Hollywood. I think he had Sauce Gardner smoked, had him cooked. He missed the play. He missed the throw. And he been doing that all year. So he gotta get tight. And Kansas City is more desperate than the Cowboys, who I'm about to talk about in a minute. Because think about this. Kansas City have gone to 3 straight Super Bowls. Two of them, of course. Couldn't pull off the three-peat. Belt the ass. Got put on them by Philly. We all saw that shit, right? So they're the more desperate team because, like, yo, we can't go from. I think in their head, we can't go from 3 straight Super Bowls to missing the playoffs completely. That'd be crazy. Like, I know Travis Kelce don't want to go out like that because this is probably going to be his last season or some shit, right? So, and the Cowboys, we all know they had a historic comeback against the Eagles in Philly. I don't know what against Philly. Philly is just they to me they blew that game more than the Cowboys came back and won it because the red zone stops, the red zone interception, they kept the Cowboys out of the end zone as much as they possibly could. The damn offense hurts and them boy they couldn't come up with shit. You couldn't score no points in third and fourth quarter. You couldn't even they missed a field goal. I mean, if I can run it down, I remember like clockwork. It was like punt, missed field goal, punt, fumble, punt. Because I remember Saquon Barkley had the fumble in the second half. But the point being, everybody's high on the Cowboys. They're higher on themselves. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come in this game thinking, hell, if we can do this and to Philly, yo, Kansas City, if we get down to Kansas City, we could do this to KC. So that coming off a great game. 354 in the air, 3 TDs because he ran for one. Pickens was hot. He had nine catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, now he's gonna have to get right. CeeDee Lamb, I don't know what the fuck happened to you. And he's had some games this season. He's second in the league in drop passes. Right now, George Pickens, crash out George looking like he's number one receiver in Dallas right now. So I'm pretty sure CeeDee Lamb is like, yo, I got to get on the good foot. Yo, I got to do my thing out here. It's Turkey Day. The world watching. And I got to make up for the Philly game. I mean, how damn he dropped a touchdown that hit him in the hands. I could have went out there and dropped passes, bro. I could have gone out there and done that. I see on the internet people saying, yo, ever since he started doing those Old Spice commercials, yo, Buddy ain't been the same or some shit. So it is, it's almost like what you're trying to kind of like put the Madden curse on him a little bit. It is what it is. But the defense, Quentin Williams, who came over from the Jets, Overshown, the young boy, the linebacker. He's been back last few games. He's healthy. That dude, fast. He sideline to sideline. So the defense is trying to pick up a little bit or something. The secondary is playing a little bit better. And once again, everybody's jacking them off right now. Pause. You know how these people on TV act. Yeah, I said it like that. You can pause me. I don't care. You know what's the word they use? They use the word glaze. They glazed the Cowboys. They were glazing them all week. But they did get 21 dropped on them in the first half, though. So let's pump your brakes. I mean, hot damn, if Philly could have just accidentally scored a fucking point in the second half, but that's neither here nor there. Calvin Candy, as we affectionately like to call Jerry Jones, I'm pretty sure, especially they win tonight, he's gonna tell everybody who's willing to listen to old Candyland, Jerry, I told you so. We're gonna be better without Micah Parsons. Watch my word. That old man not gonna wait. Oh, what we got here? Washington wasn't able to hold on. That would have been a touchdown. Good coverage. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna. Jerry Jones not gonna. Oh man, you think he's obnoxious now? Jerry Jones will not be able to hold his tongue long enough. Pause. If they beat Kansas City tonight, he gonna have a "I told you so" for every freaking body. Myself, everybody. We call him Calvin Candy. He running Candyland out there in Dallas. You know why we call him that. If y'all don't know Jerry Jones' history, look his ass up. We call him that for a reason. I'm not trying to be crazy. What's up, DJ Champ? Well, hey, DJ Champ, man. Hey, like the live, man. Double click that hot damn screen, man. Hot damn, just double click that thing, man. Show me some love, my boy. Show some love. Ask some questions. Oh, we got a touchdown. Hold on. Okay, we got a touchdown. Ooh. Ooh, double moved him. Ah, he didn't get the foot down. Who's that, Wick? Uh, yeah, he didn't get the feet in. So yeah, as I go along, I'm gonna talk about some of the game right now. So even when this come back and everybody gonna see this on YouTube when we go to YouTube with this right now, Green Bay versus Detroit. Receiver, what's that? He couldn't get his feet down. Nice move. Just couldn't get both feet down in the end zone. Mm. Okay. Okay, what's going on? Oh! Oh, they gave it to him. Oh, wow. It looked like that foot didn't get. Wow, they gave it to him. So it was a four. So everybody who gonna see, well, people gonna see this replay. One. Okay, but okay, he barely got that thing in it and looked like it. But anyway, so Wick on the 4th and 2. Now it's 10-0. Green Bay is up. Looked like he rolled that ankle. Oh yeah, definitely champ. Yeah, he definitely rolled that ankle. Yeah, he was hobbling to the sideline. So now it's 10-0. Green Bay is up. Detroit, it's time to answer. Time to get some points on that board. Hey, I'm rooting for the Lions. I'm rooting for y'all, man. Jared Goff, Sonic and Knuckles. I'm rooting for y'all. My man, my edge rushers, Hutchinson. That white boy can go. That white boy got a motor, dog. Hey, they paid him that bread. He got that bag, rightfully so. So the late game today is going to be Ravens versus Bengals. The Ravens, they're on the run. They're 6-5. That's their record. They lead the division, and we all saw it. It wasn't like rocket science. They hawked down the Pittsburgh Steelers and overtook that number one spot in the division because they have a half game on Pittsburgh because they beat Pittsburgh already. Lamar Jackson, he's coming back. You know, he missed a few games. And here's the thing, guys. There's no way he's 100%. He has not been playing consistent enough. Like, they're winning, obviously. I mean, you can't deny the streak. But he just something ain't. He don't have that. Somebody help me. somebody comments help me. It's something that Lamar Jackson. I saw a play. Seemed like it would be a play where he would have juked the dude, got up out of it. Then he is like, I don't know. He like that mojo. Like, he's not 100%. I'm fumbling over my words. Like, he's missing throws. The athleticism, the runs, this, and the third. But he'll be okay. But at least I know, at least for this week, his ass gonna be okay because they're playing the Bengals. And the Bengals, their defense is horrible. Probably consistently for 2 years, have to have had two of the worst defenses ever in history. I don't know the numbers on that shit, but I bet if I Google the numbers or whatever, maybe if I had Adam Schefter, one of these talking heads on TV, Himbo or somebody, they would let me know real quick. So the run game, Derrick Henry, he had 20 plus carries last week. I'm pretty sure he should be able to go nuts on their ass tonight. Go crazy. He should have over 100 yards, 20 plus totes, just like Lamar Jackson. Maybe he needs to stay a little bit in the pocket. Like I said, I don't think he's 100%, but he should be able to get loose a little bit against that defense. And Joe Burrow, he's back. He's been practicing. He missed a lot of time. Shit, he missed damn near obviously the whole season up to this point because he had turf toe, had to have surgery on it. And even though obviously nobody would mistake him for Lamar or Josh, but what mobility he does have to try to get in and out of the pocket if danger happens, I'm pretty sure with that foot, it'll be even tougher for him to move around a little bit. Now the Bengals have a 3-8 record. Obviously, they're really low on the totem pole. Them in Cleveland. Here's the thing that people have been talking about. Should Joe Burrow even play? Should he possibly risk further injury? Things like that. He addressed it in a press conference. He was like, look, it's football. People going to get injured. People going to have concussions. People going to have tears. People going to have broken bones. It's a barbaric sport. It's a violent sport. Even with all the rule changes, still violent contact sport. I wasn't concerned about injuries. My thing was like, bro, you got a 3-8 record. You're not going to freaking make the playoffs. My thing is like the Bengals need to pack it up. Pack this whole season up. Joe, how about you just get completely healthy? Because I know he's not going to be 100%. Go into the offseason, rest that foot as much as you can. Because I know I've heard a lot of people say that you really technically can't come fully back from a turf toe. Who was it? Deion Sanders had a turf toe. He said he played with that turf toe the rest of his career. And other people said the same thing. But obviously he's a quarterback. He doesn't need to sprint and cut around like those guys had to do. So I would just say, look, pack this whole fucking season up. Go to the off season. Get that foot, get that turf toe as good as you can. Work with your guys. Get back in 2026. Because this season is a wrap. I don't even know. I don't care about the injuries. You're just freaking wasting your time. Everybody wants you guys to do us a big favor. You see the logo on the Swivel Podcast. I am Scott Michael Talk. We're on a Turkey Day. My broadcast partner, DJ Infinite Rock, he will be back on episode 145. This 144. Need you guys to do a huge favor. If you have not already, join our community by subscribing, like the content, keep us in the algorithm. You seeing me live? We're live streaming on Turkey Day. Please, everybody in the chat, double tap that screen, send some likes, send some love, double tap that screen. All monies that are generated will go back into equipment, go back into making our podcast the best it can be. So please double tap that screen, send some likes, send some gifts. So me and DJ Infinite Rock can continue to do what we love to do, talk sports. We have the best barbershop talk in sports and viral news. So we love to do this shit. We love to talk our sports talk, barbershop talk. Continue to send comments. Let us know what you want to hear, so we can engage with you guys, continue the conversation. Now, Rivalry Week starts Friday, on Black Friday. Now, I'm locked in on 3 games on Friday. I'm not jacking the rest of them. It's going to be like 4 or 5 games tomorrow. I only give a damn about 3 of them, like I just said. Like Indiana versus Purdue, Utah versus Kansas. I really just don't care. That's just not going to move the needle for me. I'm a flip and change channel on y'all. Like Indiana, one of the hottest teams in the last 2 years, Mendoza. He's a Heisman candidate. They going to murk Purdue. Talking about built the ass. That's going to be built the ass cutting. And I ain't pausing. Y'all know, y'all country like I'm country. You know what I'm talking about. That's going to be a butt cutting. In Utah and Kansas, who cares? Okay, what we got? All right, real quick, something just happened. Okay. Golf to, went up high. Good catch. Okay, we cooking. Lions in the red zone, we cooking. Golf had to put some air under that thing to, was that Bennett? The Kennedy, number 85. He had to put it up high. Lucky for Kennedy, when he caught that thing, he had to get down. That boy would have taken his head off. Hey, one thing about quarterback, don't throw him a headache ball. Okay, you had Knuckles running on that one. Okay, boom, got a penalty. But right now we are in the second quarter. It is 10-0. It's a glare on my screen. What's that? 9 minutes 42 seconds. All right, guys. All right, now back to it. But tomorrow we got the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss versus Mississippi State. Let's be real. Ole Miss gonna win. Mississippi State, they're trash. But I'm going to still watch. It's still such an old rivalry. Mississippi State is going to play them tough, but anybody that follows the SEC, follow college football, knows that the story off the field is probably as big as the story of them winning and continue to win and get a playoff position. Lane Kiffin, he's been in talks. The LSU job is open. They just officially let Brian Kelly bum ass go because he want his $50 million some odd $1 million payout. So he's officially going out of LSU. So that's a place. Even Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, who used to play for LSU back in the day, said don't get him because he's not a loyal coach. Because Lane Kiffin too. Lane Kiffin, as a coach, invented the transfer portal. I remember this motherfucker moved about 2-3 jobs in one season, one time. He invented the portal. But I'm going to get into that in a minute. The Florida job. I don't think the Penn State job has been taken yet when they released James Franklin up there in Penn, at College Station. There's a lot of jobs out there, and them schools got a lot of bread to spend to get Lane Kiffin. And Lane Kiffin is a great offensive coach. He's worked this way. He was out of grace for a long time. Anybody know y'all history about this dude? He's the son of Monty Kiffin. And he was out of grace. I'm telling you, he invented the portal. He was literally coaching the Tennessee Volunteers. Left there, got a situation. I guess Al Davis called him and said, "Yo, you want to do pro?" Boom. Said, "Screw Tennessee." Oh wait, we got a touchdown. Lions. Montgomery, Knuckles. Okay, Knuckles just punched it in, got a touchdown. Boom. All right, back to it. Said, screw you guys. I'm about to take the NFL job. Completely fell on his face and sucked. I think they fired him. I think Al Davis fired him on the plane and jumped right back into college, all within a year. College, NFL, right back to college. They finally caught on to his bull, and nobody would hire him as a head coach, and he worked for Saban for a minute, and then start working at I don't want to say lesser school, but school that got lesser talented players. I would say it like that, right? And now he's worked his way back up into a head coaching job, obviously coaching the Ole Miss Rebels. So the history of Lane Kiffin is crazy. So now that's a bigger story is what they're doing on the field, because obviously, they win tomorrow. Their playoff, they're solidified. They're a high-ranked team. They'll be solidified. And I bring up that because I think, Ole Miss, do I have them winning the Natty? Hell no. So however far they get in the season, it is what it is. At the end of this thing, I believe he's gone. And I use these examples with these coaches because, see, these coaches get to go whenever they want to. These coaches get to say to a student athlete and their parents, whoever their legal guardian is in their house, when they come into your living room, whoever, they say, "Hey, son, my program, look, we just came off of this bowl game or this one or that one. I put X amount of players in the league. You got people like Nick Saban. I'm pretty sure Nick Saban will roll up in your house, reach in his pocket, and throw down his rings. You can win national championships and you go to the league." I mean, his recruiting strategy was easy. Just dump the rings on the freaking table. And then on a whim, when things don't go right or whatever, they can just dip. Look at Urban Meyer. I'm going to go back to Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer, we know that Florida thing was crazy in the 2000s. I mean, great recruit after great recruit. They won, 2 national championships. The Tebow teams. When all them boys went off to the league and those recruits start to go elsewhere, he just left. Went to broadcasting. Matter of fact, and we're gonna get into the reason why. He started having heart palpitations. Oh, my heart. Oh, my chest. Oh, I can't do this no more. He went to broadcasting. When Tressel got into his bull up at Ohio State, oh, wow. It's a great job. Wide open. His heart, it wouldn't hurt as much no more, did it? He hopped his happy ass up there to Columbus. Start coaching the Buckeyes. Got a natty out of them. Then some other stuff happened. And then he stepped away again. See how they can just coaching stepping in and out? Hell, I go to Nick Saban ass. Successful at LSU. Won a natty at LSU. The Miami Dolphins came calling. He said, screw you kids. I'm going to the league. He sucked as an NFL coach. Came back. Went to Bama. Now we get it. Alabama, we saw one of the greatest run ever. No debating on that. All I'm saying is a coach can just willy-nilly just say, oh, wow, my dream job. Fuck you kids. I'm gone. Oh, wow. I'm earning $2 million a year over here. Another school called their athletic director, whoever called me over here, I'm at school Y at $2 million. School X is gonna pay me $5 million. Screw you kids. I'm gonna take the $5 million. Don't that sound like a transfer portal? And don't that sound like NIL money? But yet, now that the rabbit got the gun, as the old timers used to say, now that the kids, the student athlete, can say, this ain't what I thought it was. Dang, you told me I was gonna play after a year. Screw you, coach. I'm gonna go to school A. School B said, oh, you can play now? Or you only paying me, I don't know, just say 80 grand, and school A is paying me 80 grand. School B said they're gonna pay me 200 grand. I'm going to go to school B, because coaches have been doing this to the student athletes forever, for decades. Better school, better organization than what I am. Screw you kids. All those promises you made to them kids, screw that. I'm going to take more money. I'm going to go elsewhere. So when the student athletes say, I ain't really feeling this shit. I don't really feeling this, coach. Screw you, coach. Screw y'all. I'm going to go to another school, a better school, opportunity, and pay more money. Same thing. Same freaking thing. And right now, that story, I think, is overshadowing what's going on in Ole Miss. Trinidad Chambers, he's played great. Their quarterback at Ole Miss has played solid. He played good all year. And that's overshadowing what he's doing, what that team is doing. Because every time I turn on and listen to the talking heads on ESPN or wherever, they're not talking about the school, the program, that student athletes, what they're doing on the field. They're only talking about the coach and what he possibly can do off it. So now we're going to go to the next game. Oh, yeah, I had to rant. I had to get that off. Pause. Wait, we got another play. All right. Jordan Love is in shotgun. What we got? Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, yeah, good catch, Watson. Good catch. Good strong hand catch, fingertip catch on the sideline on the out. On the out route. Woo! Great stroke away from the DB. Great hand. Strong hand catch. Good play. All right, going back, dropping back. Jordan Love, you got to, all right, over the middle. All right, boom. That's about 5-6 yards right there. Cool. Because one thing, man, Jordan Love, man, one thing about Jordan Love, he can be, I ain't trying to be 6'7". Don't do me like that, y'all. But he can be iffy. This is what this means. He can be iffy. I'm not a YN. I'm not doing no 6'7". The Negro can be iffy sometime. But great catch, great throw, great 2 plays right there. Boom. But I'm going to get into the UGA Georgia Tech game. I got UGA in this game. I just don't think it's going to be the blowout. Maybe I don't know what the line is. I'm not a betting man. So whatever the mobsters got going on with the line in Vegas, I don't know. But I guarantee you, the Yellow Jackets, they're going to give Georgia a little bit hard time than people think. This is one of Georgia Tech's better seasons. They have pulled out some games this season. They've pulled out some surprising wins this season. So I believe that they're going to play UGA pretty tough. So book it. Watch it tomorrow. Look, I think it's not going to be like freaking 28-3 at halftime and some wild shit. No, book it. It's going to be a closer game than what people realize with that UGA Georgia Tech. I got UGA winning, of course, and holding their playoff position. It's going to be a tighter game. Texas versus Texas A&M. Marcel Reed versus Arch Manning tomorrow, guys. Texas A&M, they're real. They're undefeated in the SEC. Bro, they're right there. They're right there. They are right there to do some very special things this year. This is like what they could have done in the Johnny Manziel years. Could have, back in those, they just couldn't quite turn the corner, even though they were the team that's made A&M to the name they are today, the house that Johnny built. Y'all know what it is. So they're, like I said, they're ranked number 3 in the nation. Now, here's the story. Now, Texas being ranked number 16. If they can pull this off, and maybe obviously with a little help, because obviously with rivalry weekend, you never know, a team that's high above in the top 12, they could obviously, one of those teams could take an L, obviously. They could then spring ahead and they could get into the 12. Texas, if they pull this upset off. I like the joke. Well, look, the boy name is Archibald. I know everybody call him Arch. But until he plays like Arch, I call the boy Archibald. His mama named him Archibald. He had a great game. Everybody want to say it's Arkansas. I don't give a damn. That's still SEC competition. This ain't San Diego State or UTEP. I think they played like UTEP. He put up big numbers again. No. Arkansas may not be the best team in the SEC, but it's still a higher level of talent. And he had probably basically his best game for real. I mean, he had a touchdown passing, touchdown receiving, touchdown running. I mean, he throwing the rock all over the place. It was one of the one, but I brought that up because it's confidence. It's a confidence builder. And now going into A&M, coming off that game, we're really going to see what he can do against a great A&M team. Ultimately, like I said, I got A&M to win. I'm a bank on Marcel Reed overplaying Arch Manning. Arch is really one season. He's 1 year away, right? All the know-it-alls, all the TV experts who had Archibald the number 1 pick in the draft already. Hadn't he had a game? Already going to be the number 1 pick in the draft. He's going to be the Heisman favorite, all that. And all I'm a realist. All I ever said was, can we see it first? So that first game against Ohio State, when they only could score 7 points, he looked like dog shit. Like, can I see it first? I mean, let's be real. If he was this great talent, he could have beat out Quinn Ewers last year. But I digress. All I just wanted to see it first. So this first year has not been consistent. It's just a good look that he can at least build some confidence off the Arkansas game, going to this game. But I think Marcel Reed is going to outplay him. Arch is really 1 year away from being maybe what we thought he's supposed to look like, what they say he was supposed to look like. I didn't say these so-called experts on TV said what he was supposed to look like now. Maybe we'll see that next year in 26, not this year in 25. So, okay. So everybody on YouTube, you're going to see this here. We're here live on Thanksgiving. But as always, like this episode and every other episode is on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done that. I'm Scott Michael Talk. This is episode 144, episode 144 on the Swivel Podcast. We got the best barbershop talking sports and viral news. Y'all see the logo behind me. My broadcast bro, he will be back on the next episode on 145. He'll be back. Thanksgiving edition. Everybody, if you just watching the game, you haven't eaten yet, you're about to eat, hit the inbox, hit our DMs, myself here, whether it's on TikTok at Scotty Too Hottie, Scott Michael Talk on Instagram, the best mix machine on Instagram, so we can see your plates. Send the plates. We will repost the plates. We'll comment on the plates. Who got the best plates? What's your favorite food on Thanksgiving? Send us all that shit, right? Send us the things, send us the plates. We'll talk about it on the Swivel Podcast, everybody. So on Saturday, we're going to have Ohio State versus Michigan. It's going to be in the big house. Wait, hold on. What happened? Okay, boom. But it's going to be in the big house in Michigan. Ohio State, you haven't gotten a win against Michigan. Ryan Day, that's his mountaintop right now. It's crazy. You won the Natty, you're defending champs, but yet everybody said but you still haven't beat Michigan. It's crazy. It's like it's ass backwards in that rivalry. Like you're supposed to beat each other, even if you win the Natty. Michigan won the Natty before that, then Ohio State just won the Natty. But it's almost like the chip takes a back seat if they don't beat Michigan on Saturday. So I got this. Jeremiah Smith, just amazing young wideout. They said he was practicing this week. He got bammed up. They said he was practicing this week. He should be out there to play him and Saiyan, Super Saiyan. Yeah, I gave him the nickname. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's called the Ohio State quarterback. I mean, look how his last name is pronounced. So, he's had a great year. So that connection between Saiyan and Jeremiah Smith, that's going to be key. Michigan, of course, Underwood, the young quarterback, they like to run the ball. They're a physical team. They've always been a physical team. So just like they beat Ohio State last year, out physical. We're going to run it. We're going to bam them up in the run game. We're going to run it down there. Nah, I'm not going to say run it down there. We're not going to do that today. No pause today. But they want to run, be physical. And Matt Patricia, the great defensive coordinator who was with the Patriots all those years. First down. Oh, wait, hold on. Touchdown. Romeo Dobb. Oh, Woo. Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. We got a touchdown. Okay, we had Bunch. Oh, okay, inside out. Okay. Beat him. Okay. Yeah, one thing about that, when they run that kind of route, that inside out combo, the DB's got to make a decision. Don't get crossed up with who you're gonna go with. He just simple out to the pylon. And now we are 17-7. Green Bay is up 17-7. Look like my Lions prediction is going south real quick in the first half. See, and let me talk about Jordan Love just real quick before I get back to this game. See, when Jordan Love plays like this, and he's making his reads, and he's hitting it, boom, right out. Maybe got to scramble a little bit, get out of some danger, get out of some trouble. The Packers can beat anybody. How he played last week, hell no. How he is playing today so far, the Packers can go as far as they can want to go. The way Jordan Love can play like this, the Packers can freaking go to the Super Bowl because they can play like this, run the ball, and they got that defense with Micah and Rashawn Gary and all those boys. But I'm about to get back to where I was going with. Ohio State versus Michigan. I was talking about Matt Patricia. They're the defensive coordinator this year. Obviously, he was the defensive coordinator for Belichick for a ton of years. And he got those guys clicking. And I didn't know this, but they're third best in the nation against the run. So now here we got Michigan is going to want to play physical. They're third against the run, Ohio State is. But we all know when these two teams get together, bro, I don't care if you All-American, you this award, that award, you up for it, you can throw that out the window. It's something different. Ryan Day, you know, you feel like I gotta get my lick back. I gotta get this shit back. Like I said, it's the most backward thing I ever heard. I swear. It's almost like they care about this more than a natty. Like, damn, you just won a natty, but whatever. So I will go for Ohio State just off of the fact I think that Matt Patricia might can dial it up defensively and make that young quarterback Underwood say, hey, you're going to have to make some throws to beat us today. I don't think he could quite do it. And of course, I got to end it with this, the wildest rivalry. Now talking about, that was not a timeout. Oh, that was not a timeout. Oh, yeah, he tried to rush and make the timeout. Yeah, I don't think he got that timeout either. Cam Edwards, yeah, I don't think he got the timeout. Jordan Love, yeah, I think that should have been a penalty myself. But it is what it is. Hey, they granted him the timeout. Jordan Love turns around, throw the touchdown. Hey, Detroit, tighten the hell up. Tighten the hell up, Detroit. So, but anyway, I got to talk about the crazy rivalry game, the Iron Bowl, Alabama versus Auburn. Now, I said this. I know I said this. I just said it about Ohio State, Michigan. This is the one you really got to throw it away. How many times Saban had the better team in the past? Remember, he missed the kick. Number 11 runs it up the sideline. Another missed kick. Or this, then a third. Let me back up. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Because this is the game anybody in the South knows. Everybody's gathering around at somebody's house in somebody's man cave. The drinks are flowing. Oh, I don't think the drinks. Oh, here we go. The drinks are flowing. Hey, this rivalry is so crazy. Over in Alabama, it has split households. Somebody went to Alabama, somebody went to Auburn, and it split. People have gotten into fights. Husbands and wives are damn near broken up. It's wow. The bars is gonna be lit. I'm telling you, every time, bro. I'm telling y'all. If you're gonna go out and watch this game, you're in Georgia, Alabama. I don't give a damn. You in Mississippi, Carolina. I don't care where you are. If you're gonna go and watch this game on Saturday, and you in the South, you better get to the bar quick. You better get you a seat. Get you a seat. Get your burger. Get your wing. Get your sides. Get your drinks. I don't care. Get your hot damn seats quick, cause this is not gonna be anywhere to sit. This is it. Throw everything to the side. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter the ranking. It doesn't matter what from year to year, the level of talent. From year to year, throw that shit away. This game right here is going to be something else, guys. Alabama, they're number 10, and they're holding on to that spot right now. Now, Auburn, like I said, Auburn can easily knock them off of the 10th spot. Just as easily as Ty Simpson and them boys can roll up into Jordan Hare, because it's going to be in Auburn at Jordan Hare Stadium. Just as easy, they can roll up into Jordan Hare and put a butt cutting on the Auburn Tigers. It can go either way. It could be a close game. I don't know how the game's going to go. I think Alabama going to win. I got Alabama to win. But these games, you just never know. So that 10 spot is hanging in the balance. DeBoer, we all saw how they treated him. You know, remember he lost the first game to Florida State. Hold on. Lost to Florida State. And they had him on the chopping block. Now, obviously, they haven't lost since. They've been able to get it done week to week, close games. Remember, one game was close. You got it done. That's all you care. That's all anybody care about. They missed the playoffs last season. They got to win to hold on to their seeding now. I bring up DeBoer to say this, guys. If they lose to Auburn, which could damn happen, like I said, anything goes when these two play in the Iron Bowl. They might have to scrape up that hot damn money. And I hate to say scrape it up. I hate when everybody going crazy after the first game. Oh my God, where Alabama gonna get the money from? I think it's like, damn, I forgot what the payout was crazy. Oh gosh, the payout was the payout would have been about $60 million. The payout money is crazy. It's up there. 50, 60, 70 million, somewhere in that range. It's crazy. And I jokingly say scrape up. They ain't got to scrape up shit. Alabama probably make that much money in merchandising sales alone. They don't have to scrape up shit. They got multi-millionaire alumni boosters from all of athletics. No, just in football. My frat brother, Bama, Dave Johnson, my frat brother, my beloved frat brother, we call Blue Bama. You know, your whole car is painted in Alabama. This boy got flags. This boy had the Alabama A decal slapped on the car. So I say all that to make the point that if my frat brother outfitted his car to look like a Crimson Tide parade vehicle, what you think the other millions of fans have done? My man champion Roll Tide. So I'm going to talk to you, my guy. I'm going to talk to you. So if shit goes left on Saturday and Auburn beats Bama, and obviously that would knock Bama out of the playoff for 2 straight years, and you know how y'all are, your fan base, your alumni, the student body going to say, DeBoer got to get the hell out of here. This 2 years in a row. We're not used to this shit. And they going to, people, the dumb talking heads on TV talking about how they going to get the money together. Y'all make his buyout in merchandise. Like I said, my frat brother, his whole car looks like a parade vehicle. So what about other million of people like my man Champ in the chat? How many other people? Hats, jerseys, t-shirts, sweaters, shoes, keychains, dresses, skirts, pom-poms, wigs. Y'all make shit. If I don't know I forgot what the buyout. Like I said, the buyout range was like from 50 to 70 million. Y'all make that shit in merchandise. And if y'all lose that shit on Saturday in that Iron Bowl, y'all gonna be calling for that man job again. The board, they paying the money, gonna have to get his ass up out of town. 2 years in a row, that's not what they're used to. In Auburn, if they pull off that win, man, that win alone will salvage a bad season right there. As long as they beat Bama in the Iron Bowl, all is forgiven, and we'll retool it, recruit, bring in somebody for transfer portal, whatever in the offseason, and try to do better in 26. What you say? You got about 10 Bama hats? My point. You got 10. Why you got 10 hats? You got 10 Bama hats? What you got? Hell, all you can do is buy them in red and white. What? One hat white, one hat red? You got 10 of them? Why? Don't matter. Don't worry about it. My man, DJ Champ, one of my oldest friends, he's in the chat right now. He said he got 10 Alabama hats. My point. How much a Bama hat costs? $20 a hat, $25 a hat, $30 a hat. Last time I checked, I haven't bought a hat in a sports hat cap like that in a long time. Last time I bought a hat like a sports hat, it ran me $30. Like the hat y'all see me with on my past episode, that's like a little Gap hat. They got depending on where you find one. Either way, you said you got a black one, and depending on where you find it, either way, bro, that's still 10 purchases. So if you got 10 hats, the next guy might got 5 hats, then The Bama girl, she might got about 3, 4, 5, 6 hats. That's just hats. Wait, gas station got them for 10 to 20. It don't matter. Them hats. Merchandise sales. Anyway. The Iron Bowl, Alabama, Auburn, and then Michigan, Ohio State. Whether it's in the shoe or the big house, whether it's in at Jordan Hare or Denny, it don't even goddamn matter. Those are the 2 games you look forward to on Rival Weekend. Texas A&M, versus Texas. I think that's going to be a good one too. I'm curious to see if Arch can roll over that great performance against Arkansas, roll that over against Marcel Reed, a great quarterback head-to-head, and that A&M defense. Georgia Tech. Like I said, Georgia, I hope they don't think they can just roll their helmets out there and Tech going to roll over. Tech has had a pretty good damn year this year. And on the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss, Mississippi State gonna play them a bit hard. Ole Miss should win, but as I said before, guys, Lane Kiffin, his off the field story is gonna overshadow anything they got going. Once again, this episode 144 on the Swivel. Man, we are live here on Turkey Day. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that celebrates on this day. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel on the Swivel _podcast, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We have the best barbershop talk in sports and viral news. You see the logo. Oh, real quick. Detroit just scored. Come on, Micah. You. What happened? Hold on. All right, what happened? Oh, quick screen. Oh, Williams got loose. Okay, little receiver screen, little bubble. Good block. Got out of that little weak ass tackle. All right, it's gonna be 17-14 going to the half. Okay, my prediction. Okay, now my prediction about lining up. Yeah, wrap up. Thank you. Please wrap. Yeah, Williams. Hey, that damn Williams, get out. That boy out of Alabama, boy. That boy get out. Yeah, you gotta wrap up. That, like I said, that's a weak ass arm tackle. Come on, guys, you gotta do. Hey, Packers gotta do better than that. But for my pick, good play, my boy. Good play. So we're gonna go into halftime down by 3 points. Unless something happened before the half, we should only be down by 3 points. Detroit Lions. That's my team that I'm going for. Not my team. You know, just for the sake of prediction. Don't get it twisted. As I was saying, guys, they're watching live right now. We're live on TikTok. We're streaming right now. Do me a huge favor. Double tap that screen. Go ahead, double tap that screen, guys. Do me a huge favor. Do that. Show some love. Show some likes to your guala. How much time? Yeah, about 25 seconds left. Okay. They should be okay. It should be 7. Yeah, it should be the 3-point lead going to the half, and Detroit should bust some moves in the second half. So I want to talk something we haven't talked about. That's just been a hot topic, and I'm gonna use this time to do it. I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders. Everybody been talking about Shedeur Sanders, right? He won his first game versus the Raiders on Sunday. He threw for 209 yards, a touchdown and a pick. We all heard the speculations. We all know the rumors about, why he was drafted that low and the coach, all that shit. We all know that, right? I just care about the player on the field right now. Now he's getting a shot, right? The Browns quarterbacks were 0-17 in their first career starts before Shedeur won on Sunday and broke that screwed up record. That's a really screwed up freaking record to have. And he broke it. Shador was asked yesterday by a reporter if Coach Stefanski was sabotaging it. Hey, you know these questions gonna happen. They're gonna shoot their shot to see if he's gonna respond a certain way. He didn't bite the bait. He had a very PR friendly response to this reporter's question. And now, obviously, and that's one of the speculations of things that everybody been talking about. If you look at the game on Sunday, we saw where he was taken out on the goal line, and they ran Jukins on the Wildcat. Bro, like the team was only won 2 games at the time. Keep the young bull in there. And I know that was a high point of emphasis. Wow, of course they would. Wow, they're taking him out on the goal line. Damn, he can't do a tush push or run it, or he couldn't hand it off or whatever, or contribute to the touchdown. You know what? I leave it alone. I like to go against the grain. I always like this. I always like to play a bit of devil's advocate from time to time. I'm my own man. I leave the goal line thing alone. I'm gonna say this right here. What about a couple other plays when they ran the Wildcat? It wasn't in the red zone. See, this is why we look to ask questions like this. So there were other plays where he was removed out of the game. Then, they were trying to. One thing about the run game is always a great friend to a rookie quarterback, especially first-time starter. But run the ball within reason. So you run on first down, run on a second down. But when you got backed up and it's 3rd and long, which they did a couple times on Sunday, you still ran the ball. See, if you want to know about a quarterback, look at the play calling. Bro, 3rd and long, you still running the ball and don't call a pass? Let them put it in the air. That's the points. And I watched a lot of different things. Because, sometimes I want to see what other people think, other people's opinions. So, whether FS1 or ESPN or various different podcasts, they talk about sports, right? And I do want to see what they have to say. Hold on, God. Yeah, and I do want to see what they have to say about things, right? All right. So, and a lot of people are harping on the red zone Wildcat plays. See, that lead me to believe, even though they weren't trying to be negative towards Shador, they were saying, well, no, he should have actually been in the game on the goal line. But it's almost like it's a sheep thing. It's like, did y'all really watch the game, or y'all just caught some freaking highlights? Because there were times in the game where he was also taken out when they weren't on the goal line. And then there were plays in the game where he should have been in a passing situation. It was 3rd and I know I keep repeating it because, hell, they kept repeating the damn goal line thing. He should have been called to throw the ball in obvious passing situations. They opted not to do it. Hot damn, you're two and whatever the fuck. You're 2-9 at the time. That was the 3rd win on Sunday. So you only had 2 wins. You're not freaking going to the playoff. Put the ball in the air. See, that's why we look at Stefanski like, dang, is he trying to sabotage young bull? That's why we looking at it like that. And he also addressed the media, pretty much saying, addressing the haters, saying, I won't lose. I'm a winner, right? He even said before the game, along the lines of saying, like, I'm what the Cleveland Browns been missing. Here's another thing, guys. Confidence. It's thin line, but that line is thin because it depends on who likes or dislike you. The media clearly it's like they're in cahoots. You know, I hate to call it about, I hate to say them and they or the powers that be, but there are gatekeepers, they're puppet masters. That's why I like doing what we do. It ain't no strings on me. I've always said that. Whatever comes out, that's my thoughts, baby. I ain't got nobody saying, Scott, you can't talk about this. You can't say this. You can't talk about that. Screw it. I talk about what the hell I want to talk about. This barbershop talk. This real talk. I truly believe a lot of these people do not believe the things they're saying, but they work for these machines and they got them strings. And you have to come up with a narrative that you have to speak on the narrative they create, I should say. See, they didn't like, even though Deion Sanders very much been celebrated, but you see when he goes into certain spaces like the coaching field, in reverse. See, one thing, we live in a country where they do not like self-assured, confident black men. So we saw it, the draft. So when the Manning family said outright, Eli is not going to San Diego. But then when Deion said, I want my son not playing for a winning team. Okay. Y'all can fill in the blanks. I mean, this stuff that's been talked about for months. I'm not getting into it. But like I was saying, it's a fine line between confidence and cockiness. And that line can be skewed depending on if the media likes you. See, so many of those behind the scenes or those of the hierarchy, with the NFL and otherwise, they've clearly took a dump on and tried to embarrass or humble. So when he says these things, it's cocky. Now, I know a quarterback who plays in New York who done some cocky things, but he's the darling of the rookie class. Even though they don't win a lot, he's gonna come back. There's a guy, he just suffered a concussion recently. He's been out the last 2 games. He's gonna play this Sunday. Now, when he says and does these things, they like it. When Shador says and does these things, they hate it. It's a media game. I'm not, look, y'all can fill in the blanks. I'm not lying. So when this young man he's very self-assured, very confident in himself. He's put the work in. You can see that Myles Garrett. I mean, we've all saw that picture. We all saw the still shot. His face lit up when Shador threw that bomb. This was a guy. Look back throughout the season. How many times have he had a look like that on his face all year? Guy who's 18 sacks in, looked like he about to shatter the sack record, who'd been pissed off and throwing his helmet on the sideline every week. And that look of joy and hope on his face. That tell me everything I need to know. It'd been a bit of a thing that Stefanski didn't give Shador a game ball. All I can say is win despite the coach. It is what it is. We all know he didn't want him there. Screw it. Now, Shador, you talk that talk. Now you're going to walk it. Like your daddy did. They got my 49ers on Sunday. Now I'm a homer. All right. I'm rooting for the 49ers all the way. We're right there in playoff position, so we need to fucking win. But I can still say this. I want my team to win. But in the same thing, I want Shador to still play well and look like, okay, from game 1 against the Raiders to his second game against the 49ers, did he take a step forward? Did he improve in this aspect? Did he make a good read here? Did he make a good read there? Because I'm very honest about my team. We got a lot of defensive starters on the IR list or gone. No Boza, No Fred Warner. Greenlaw been gone. Nufunga been gone. We are no-name defense right now. Now, Robert Saleh got us playing our ass off on defense, but we're no-name defense. So it's some plays out there for Shador to take advantage of. So I do want to see that progression. I do want to see him succeed, just not well enough to win. The 49, I'm going to fuck. Hey, Shador, love you, guy, but not this week. But still, in a loss, though, you can still play well. Don't have a bad turnover or pick six, nothing like that, nothing stupid. Just play well. Like, okay, all right, well, let's just say they lose by 10. Well, you know what? Dang, he did that. He didn't turn the ball over. Ooh, if he probably would have made that play, Mike could have closed the scoring gap. They couldn't get a stop here. Brock Purdy or somebody does in the third, ball game over. So it can happen like that. Guys, we're on Turkey Day. We are currently halftime. Green Bay versus Detroit. All right. They got some band playing. Whatever. Yeah, they got some band playing. Yeah, now I can mute that thing. But anyway, so I went over some of the first half with you guys. I hope you guys are watching that game as well. When you guys see this on YouTube, obviously it's going to be, whether it's tonight, the next couple of days. So I got all of my college rivalry predictions down. Shador, check. Had to talk about him. Haven't gotten the On the Swivel podcast perspective on everything that's going on in Cleveland. So definitely, guys, Shador, hope that he plays well. Just not well enough to beat my hot damn team on Sunday. You feel me? Now, I usually DJ Infinite Rock, he got the viral news. We don't have him today. We'll have him next time. But I will say this because I keep seeing it. One picture, I'm sure it's AI. I can't, because they got the TMZ watermark, but that doesn't matter. AI is AI. Diddy just chilling in prison, huh? He at Fort Dix just chilling. And we've seen the official announcement from 50 Cent that he is doing the Netflix Diddy documentary. Is coming out at the beginning of next month. December 6th, I think. It's December 6th. And yep, I will be watching. I'm pretty sure everybody going to be watching. And 50 Cent is so hot damn petty. I don't know no telling who they interviewed for this documentary. See, we thought it was Cap because he had been talking about it for months and months and months. And now, who was that? Okay. And now that it's here. It's on the 6th. Hey, in documentary, you pull footage of things that's happened. I know there was no cameras in the courtroom, so obviously it's courtroom drawings and footage of what he's done in the past. Everybody talk about the freak-offs and his toxic, abusive relationships. We could talk in circles about that all day. I just want to know, since, if you go on Tubi right now, it's like a series of documents of pre-trial stuff all about Diddy, his life, who he's involved with. People have done a ton of interviews. If anybody followed Gene Deal, who was his former bodyguard, hot damn, he was telling people about Diddy for freaking years, that this dude was doing this wild stuff behind the scenes. So all this stuff. So I don't know what possibly could 50 Cent have anything new to add, any new video, any new people he's going to interview. I don't know. I'm going to be here for it. I'm pretty sure everybody, oh my God, I know it's going to be so many viral moments. I'm pretty sure you're probably going to get the Punisher. I think that was the male escort name was the Punisher. And he said that he took that Diddy took his man butter and rubbed it on himself. But I'm trying to say man butter because I don't want to get kicked off nowhere, right? So that's gonna be something to see. Everybody gonna be that he's gonna be some viral moments that I'm pretty sure me and DJ I Rock, me and the Guala are gonna talk about a lot coming from that documentary. They had the TMZ video of him walking past somebody by a table, him shooting the shit in the yard. Now, this one, just the one I was talking about, the AI thing, it just popped up on my phone today, on my timeline, where him and the cellmate taking a selfie, and he in the cut with a bowl of ramen noodles. And then there's this, when I first saw it, I said, oh, because it got the TMZ watermark. I said, oh crap, TMZ done hot damn got him again? Like, yo, TMZ must be cutting these hot damn checks. But here's where I say, damn, it's AI. My man got a bottle of baby oil just chilling in the cut. And then he got like a pinky ring on. I'm like, I don't know if that's legal, sir. The baby oil, whatever you want to do with the baby oil in prison, that's none of my business. But because think about it, if you're wearing rings, that could be used as a weapon. Let's be, when you look, anybody been in jail, they take your shoestrings out your shoes. You don't want to use your shoestrings to unalive people, unalive yourself. I'm trying to not get dinged or kicked off. You know why they take your shoestrings. I'm just saying. So why would you have rings on? Somebody give you a bad time. You wearing rings. What the fuck? Yo, I'm cracking his teeth out. So it was an AI picture. Then the guy was a little sweaty. I'm like, all right. Oh, it threw me a bit though, because it had the TMZ mark on that thing. I'm like, so now they got AI pictures of Diddy in prison. On top of the real pictures and video of him in prison. Obviously he don't have the hair dye and all the Beijing, so he's gray. His beard is gray. I mean, hot damn, people talking about, oh my God, he's gray. Oh my gosh, dumbasses, he's 57 years old. He's supposed to be gray. Because, he ain't out there putting the dye in. Anyway, but, a lot of people don't, in the actual real pictures, not the AI BS, just looking like a guy that's in good spirits or whatever. I'm not, look, for one, I don't care about the guy. Look, a man that put his hands on women, you can kiss my ass. But I'm going to say that because I keep seeing people in the comments saying that he's a guy that people been on his neck for a long time. People have used him in different ways. People have always, tried to get money off of him, beg him for money. He probably sitting in a place where can nobody beg me for no damn money? Can nobody ask me for some outrageous request? Nobody can. So shit. Hey, you know what? And I said this. We've said this. Me and my Guala, we said this. Anybody watch our episodes when we were covering the trial and all that shit like that? He needed to get his ass set down. Like, when people thought, yo, time served and this and the third, he gonna be home. Remember all that when they did the sentencing? I said, no. That judge need to sit his ass down for about 3-4 years, which they end up doing. What he got, like 50 months? Obviously, I'm pretty sure with good behavior, they're gonna cut that. So maybe he just need to get, I think he just need to get his ass sit down. Life told him you need to sit your ass down. Life told you that. The boy was on that booger sugar and taking this and taking that. We all knew he was. Look what they confiscated when the feds picked him up from that hotel. What he had on him? That booger sugar. He was an alcoholic. He got his ass clean, that didn't it? Look, I don't care. Look, sex life, whatever. Who he's in the men or women, hey, that's his thing. I don't care about that. But he was physically abusive. Now that he was. He's in the place now. He tried to get abuse with somebody. It ain't gonna end well. He needed to have his black ass set down for a minute. But hey, while he's in there, you know, more pictures, I'm pretty sure more pictures gonna come out of him on the yard or in the chow line. More AI pictures gonna come out of Diddy with baby oil. I don't know. Whatever. And 50 Cent gonna drop documentary. I don't know what. I just want to see who he gonna interview. Have interviewed that we haven't heard from. Because let's be real, we probably not heard from everybody. But hey, 50, he probably went out there and found somebody from past. You probably maybe somebody who you never even thought that would speak about him or against him, whatever. So with that being said, episode 141, we're done here. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. You got me today. Next episode is going to be me and DJ Infinite Rock. We went over a little bit of the first half of the game, talked a little viral, you know, Diddy's all over the place and AI pictures and real pictures. Gave you guys my college predictions over Rivalry weekend. It's always hard to say Rivalry weekend. Anyway, the day's games between Green Bay and Detroit. Then we have KC and Dallas. And then we have the Bengals and the Ravens to finish off the games tonight. So, you know, by the time you guys see this, most of you guys who weren't watching live, you see this, you're going to be watching the games, catch my predictions on the games throughout the weekend. I hope I get them right. I'm pretty good last weekend. So everybody, I'm Scott Michael Talks. This is On the Swivel Podcast. We have the best barbershop talk and sports survivor news. Myself, DJ Infinite Rock, we thank you for supporting. Continue to tune in. If you haven't, please subscribe. Please like the content. Whenever you see us live, please double tap that screen and send gifts. We put that money back into our production. Comment. Share those Thanksgiving plates. We want to see them. Follow me on Scotty Too Hottie on TikTok. Scott Michael Talks on Instagram. DJ Infinite Rock, the best mix machine here and on Instagram. Send us your plates. We will repost the plates. We will rate the plates. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching On the Swivel Podcast. And I'm out there. Bye. Yes, sir.